Welcome to Be Aware to Be Prepared. My name is Debbie Boyce. I'm your host for Be Aware to Be Prepared, brought to you by the Medical Reserve Corps. Medical Reserve Corps? What is the Medical Reserve Corps? Wow, I just spit it out really fast. Medical Reserve Corps. We are a group that is as a result of 9/11 from the towers that is trained, credentialed, so that we can, a group of us volunteers, can respond to disasters. Did we have any disasters lately? Any pandemics? Yep, that's right. Yes, the pandemic. Am I going to talk about the pandemic? Well, a little bit. Am I going to talk about the flu? A little bit. Am I going to talk about safety for you as a two-legged critter or your four-legged friend? Yes, we are. And I bet you can't wait to hear more about why you should drink water and how much water should you drink. And as routine, they will put up a little graph, exactly a chart on drinking water. But we're out and about. We're no longer wearing our masks. We're no longer wearing our masks, but our transporters are bringing the germs into our open areas. Transporters? No, I'm not going to beam you up. We're not going to transport you to another world. These are your transporters. Now, for those people, I am wearing a shirt that does go differently, okay? So if my hands do look a little different, I want to show you, because I'm prepared. I'm prepared that if I put on a pair of gloves, my skin by my wrist is going to be protected. Think about that when you're looking for a winter shirt and when you're out next time at a thrift shop. A lot of people just go ahead and recycle these, or at a new shop. Let's get back to transporters. These are our transporters. Transporters. You're going down the handrail. No, with your hand on the handrail, not sitting on the handrail. How many people have sat on a handrail and gone down it? I know a lot of you are shaking your head yes, but yes. Your clothes would catch the germs. But instead, if you're doing it properly and going down and holding onto the handrail, or turning the doorknob of an office door, of a store, who was there before you? Who sneezed in that hand, their hand, and put it on the handrail, or on the doorknob, or on the water fountain knob? Who? So those germs then transfer onto your hands, and then you go touch your mouth, open area 1, or you scratch your nose, open area 2, or your eyes. They start itching because your allergies are messing up, and the germs go in. Those are 3 open areas. And I'm sorry, I'm going to gross you out. There is one more open area, and that's your private area. Transporters can put germs into your body through any open area. It could go through an open area of a cut. So if you have a cut in your hand and you're going down the handrail, and if you don't wash your hands right away, the germs might grow. Operative words, might, could grow. You could pull out your hand sanitizer. You could squirt it on. You can do it all different ways. You can do good old-fashioned soap and water. People, we've talked about for years about the influenza. That was the small version of COVID, the small version of sickness. We talked about how do you keep that away from you. People are remembering? How long should you wash your hands? You don't just turn on the water and run them under and then put on the dryer, no, 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 no. Get a song that you can hum to yourself, and then I usually use Happy Birthday and to myself, and scrub my hands all around. So should I put my transporters up to my face, or as I'm driving, or whatever, then, or lick my favorite flavor off my finger, which I don't know whether it had a germ underneath it or not. Yeah, we forget, all of us. Yes, we forget. But should you not feel well, it used to be if you have a temperature. Yes, I'm going to talk about COVID. Or signs and symptoms of COVID. Not all people, not everyone gets a temperature. Not everyone gets a runny nose. Not everyone has all of the symptoms. The most accurate test, home test, are the home tests that you could get. As I'm talking about, I should have brought, there is now 5 different home tests out on the market. Follow the directions, because every one of those home tests vary a little bit in their process from beginning to end. If I'm going to a really congested area, I wear a mask. If I don't have a mask with me, I will find something in my car that I can bring up and cover my mouth. Or I try to keep my mouth shut. I know a lot of you are awake, shaking your head. No, Debbie wouldn't be able to keep her mouth shut. Probably not. So I have to wear a mask. And those of you who come upon me, who have recognized me with my hair, you know that I will say, wear a mask if you think you're not feeling well. Now, if you're wearing your mask, we talked about it. You wear your mask, and this is one time I don't have a mask with me, it's in my car. Don't put it down onto the table and then put it back up. Put it down around your neck, because you're putting it down on germs and then you're breathing it in. That's a filter breathing in germs. That's like the worst of the worst. Now, in order to keep the germs, the mucus, and everything else flowing in your body, they have medications. But the best way is to keep yourself hydrated. Hydration. I weigh 180 pounds. I should drink 90 ounces of water. You say, oh my God. Yeah, that's 5 bottles over here of water. Do I like just drinking plain water? Most of the time, yes. Okay? But I keep in my car, I'm just going to lift it up, a bag of little packets of flavors, so that I can actually flavor the water. It's the best way to go. It's the best way to go with your family, friends. Now, I thought about saying fluids. I said that to a friend, and they said, aha, yes, I can still drink my beer. No, you can still drink your beer, but you still need the regular H2O with possible some electrolytes, depending on how you're feeling, to wash everything out of your body. Those of you who has come upon, have been the lucky ones and has come down with COVID and have acquired Paxlovid, which is a medication that they use, not everybody can take the Paxlovid because it depends on kidney functions. Why? It's got to flush all that stuff and the toxins and the germs out of your whole body, and your kidneys are a filter. So keep it lubricated, people. It's up to you and only you. We can only give you suggestions. We cannot mandate you. Your family can only suggest that, did you have your glass of water today? Figure out how you're going to do it. What did you do? They can only suggest. You're in charge of yourself. Yes, even when you're younger, you're giving guidance, and you're giving them, telling them, and showing them good ways and good habits. And as we all grow older, people get, oh, no, you're not going to tell me what to do. No, we're not going to tell you what to do, but we can tell you, if you do this, then you're going to be really okay. If you don't do the right thing, you're not going to be okay, possibly, and could end up in the hospital. And you do not want to end up in the hospital, people, because the people who end up in the hospital end up doing a relapse with the COVID, with the breathing. But guess what? You can also end up in a relapse with influenza. There's a thing, 3 letters, RSV. You think of young children with RSV. There are people, grown-ups, with RSV that are having a difficult time with their breathing. Again, take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. All right, so time is marching on, so we're going to be going on with everything. So I'm going to have the camera come over here as our 4-legged critters are walking around, and they're going, the white jug over there, that is safe salt for pets. So when pets lick it or they get it on their paws, you don't have to immediately wash it. That is safe salt. It's worth the extra money. Does everybody use pet safe salt? No. So while we're over there, you are seeing the blinking lights. You're seeing the red light here. Now this, you can walk with it, but more than likely I'm going to use this in my car, because I can also use it as a blinker to draw attention. The other thing I'm going to use to walk with, I'm going to use this around my waist to walk with, and you can see that's blinking in reflection. But then as I'm walking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand up straight. And in front of the white jug, so I'm going to reach over. I'm going to probably get tangled up, and I apologize. But we have these crampons that come over. I'm going to get it right here. And these go on my shoes. All right? I can walk anywheres, and I just put one in the front and one in the back of my shoe. And I'll take them apart. There we go. All right? They're like little wires. Look around, people. You can find them. So we're going to panorama around the table, and next to the white jug is the hat and gloves. Winter time, you got to keep hat and gloves in the car. I keep this in a baggie, and so it's always there, in addition to my hat and gloves I am wearing. And then, if we come in from the other angle, there is the safety vest. And the safety vest should be worn anytime that you're out there. People, whether you're walking or whether you're in a car. That safety vest can be hung on what used to be, some of the older cars, a full antenna is a short antenna. Underneath the safety vest is a sleeping bag that stays stuffed into its bag. Should I go off the road and I need warmth, I'm going to wrap myself in that. In front of the safety vest, again, I'm going to reach up and over, is our four-legged critters vest with their light. Everybody should be illuminated. Nobody can see anybody, whether they have 4 legs or 2 legs. Okay? Whether they fly in the sky, we're going to still hit them if they're not illuminated. But you know they don't make vests, or we don't spray. We're going to have to talk about that on birds. But that's a whole nother issue. Okay, in front of the table is an orange rod. They're now talking about, should you go off the road with our new modern cars, to tie something on the antenna, what we used to, but we don't have antennas like we used to. Should a snowplow come along, how would they know you're there? That you can stick in the snowbank. There's a rubber band on the top there, a band, and you can actually go ahead and tie something to it. The white part of the pole on top of the in with the orange is reflector. So you're going to be seen. Now on the table is an ergonomic, yes, big word, ergonomic. Why would we need ergonomic? Why not just bend at the waist like we used to do in the olden days and hurt our backs and shovel snow? That particular snow brush is an awesome snow brush. It telescopes out over 50 inches. I need that because I'm shorter. And it can get all different areas, but it also compacts into a smaller amount. It's very important to keep these in your car. It's very easy to just brush off your car and put the brush on the porch, and then when you're at work and you come out and you say, oh no, I forgot to put the brush back in the car. So if you don't want to buy 2 of them, remember to put it back in your car. Next to it is the snow shovel that is ergonomic. Ergonomic means it's bent. The handle, the pole is bent. So you don't have to bend over. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And as you are taking care of your car, walking the dog, walking outside, and in your reflector gear, did you drink all your water? Are you drinking water while you're walking? Oh, I don't need water because it's cold out, you know, and you only need water when it's hot. No, people, you need water year-round. There are many things in life that you can say are seasonal, but you need fluids year-round because our body does not shrink its intake inside. Another thing we talk about during the summer that we need now in the winter is sunscreen. How many people have gone sledding, skiing, or just walking or sitting out in the winter and gotten sunburned and had the goggle eyes? Okay, I have. You need to put sunscreen on, if anything, more on the reflection of the snow. If you're going to be out doing snow sports, please, 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 please. I'll say one more please. Use sunscreen. You do not want to be like me, and I do have pictures of when I did the treatment for my skin cancer of my face. And I have 11 spots that I was one of those people, and there are some of you out there that are watching that sunscreen was not invented. We just use baby oil. Use sunscreen and really take care of your skin. We're out shoveling. What about your hands? When I was a teenager, I was skiing and I said, oh, it's so nice out. My hands are really sweaty. I usually wear mittens and I would take them out. And so I was wearing my mittens and my hands got sweaty. Guess what happened to my fingertips? They were frostbit. They hurt. They turned white. They turned red. Guess what happens now, people? I still have my fingertips, but I don't have good circulation. If you see a young child or a teenager, give them a word to wise. Wear something on their hands, because you don't want frostbite. And when you get frostbite, people, should you go like this and rub your hands and really get them, scrub the skin? No. Talking about a lot here. We went from salt, we went from reflectors, we went from fluids, we went to wearing stuff warm, we went to getting the automobile so in case it goes off the road, and now we're talking about frostbite. If you see somebody who is wearing their coat up and their cheeks are showing, but you see it turning white, if you're next to them, say, excuse me, but I see some white on your face. Don't let them rub it. Put something up to it to warm it up. Okay? Treat it with tender, loving care. Yes, you have many layers of skin, but it's your skin, and underneath it is flesh. You don't want to do that. You don't want to break that open. Now, if I'm caught in my car and I'm still wrapped up in my sleeping bag and my flashlight runs out, well, guess what? They now make solar-powered flashlights. I'm going to get another one because this one will last 4 hours. And then while this one's in the sun charging, and this is the charging part on the end, I can use the other one. They make solar power everything now. Introduce it to some of the older generation and show them how life can be a little bit easier. Because even if I'm not in a car, but I'm in my house and the electricity goes out because of a storm, I'm going to be prepared. I even have here a box of colored solar lights. They make solar everything. Just got to find it. And find the right price, people. Do some good shopping. A couple more things in front of me that I have to go over because it's very important. Not only do you need to stay hydrated to make it through a couple of days, think, what do I need to put in a survival bag in order to make it through if the electricity goes out? I don't have the can opener with the electricity, so I need to use the twist hand one, the handheld. What do I need to do in order to eat? I carry peanut butter and jelly, crackers, when I go away, when I go to different places. They're right there. And I have a box of crackers with me. Should I go off the road or I need something? This is protein, and this is a really good fruit jelly that will give me some goodness with some sugar-based. Some people can't have the sugar, but that's okay. Find what can work for you. The other thing that works real well is granola bars. Put them in a baggie and put them into your survival bag, your survival kit. How many people have their napkins in their car in a baggie? I do. Why? It keeps them clean, it keeps them dry, and they're there when you need them. If you end up in a position where you need something for a longer period of time, you can always use this, okay? We talked about bottled water. I have my filter, okay? I'm just gonna put it out here so they can take a picture of it. It's a filter that I can put into the stream. Oh, we can't get that at that point. Okay, I'll pull it like here, right there. Okay, so it's a filter. I suck up in it, and I can make up to 100,000 gallons of water with that filter. Very important, because I'm going to run out of water. My bottled water is going to go away if I get stuck somewheres. How many people are on a well? Their well runs on a pump. Their electricity gets turned off, goes out, power goes out. You need to draw at least a gallon of water per person per day, per person. Everyone knows about filling the tub with water so that you have water to flush your toilets with. Those are little survival things on, if you go ready.gov, and it'll give you a list. Right now, we are going back around, the medical reserve people are going back around and helping with clinics to do the vaccinations. That's what we do. We also help and assist people if they need assistance with themselves, if they're having problems with the power outages and so forth. And we also work with the Red Cross. If you would like more information, please go on to your Department of Health website. Give them your name and demographics, and they'll be in touch with you, and then you can join your area. If I'm in Vermont and I move, why should I do it if I'm going to move? Medical Reserve Corps is all over the United States because we're out to help people. Yes, we are volunteers, but we're volunteers to help you be prepared, to be aware, to be prepared, and we will be keeping on talking and walking and speaking. If you can think of anything else that you think that we should talk about, give me a buzz. Okay, just shoot me a spot on Facebook. I can talk to you. But stay warm, okay? Wear your hat, reflector, drink, drink, drink. I'm going to say goodbye for now. See ya.